Hello everyone. Today's tutorial is about bistable multivibrator. So far we have come across a stable and monostable multivibrators. This is the third time, that is bistable multivibrator. As its name indicates that this is called as bistable. So it will be having two stable state. There will be no quasi stable state. Both the states are stable states only. Okay, this is called, because of having both stable state, this is called as flip-flop, and this is called as Eccles-Jordan circuit. Okay, or else this is also called as trigger circuit. Okay, these three are probably the other names of your bistable multivibrator. It is having two stable states. Okay, so let us see the bistable multivibrator circuit diagram. As we all know that bistable multivibrator, the two are stable states, so the coupling elements are both resistors only. So first draw two transistors here. This is Q1, this is Q2, VCC, RC1 resistance, and this is RC2 resistance. Coupling elements. Okay, the base of the collector of first transistor is connected to base of second transistor via resistance. This is called R1. Okay, this is one coupling element, and same here, R2. Okay, R1, R2. Next, the two emitters should be grounded. Here, to maintain balance in the circuit, because of having both resistances, we are taking two resistances R3 and R4 here, and those are connected to minus VB. Okay, so here we are giving set pulse. Okay, that means this is set input, and this is, we need reset pulse. Okay, this is also one input. Okay, so if you see here, we need two external inputs here, because of having two stable states, to change from one stable state to another stable state, and from one stable state to another stable state. So we need two external inputs. One is set input, another one is reset input. And here these are resistances R1 and R2. To speed up the process, we have to take two capacitors on the resistances R1 and R2. These capacitors are called as speed up capacitors or commutating capacitors. Okay, this is the circuit diagram of your bistable multivibrator. Okay, so we'll be having two inputs, set input and reset input, and then we move to operation. First we have to describe the circuit. In external examinations, if you are asked to write about bistable multivibrator, first write introduction about bistable multivibrator. First point is, it will be having two stable states. So because of two stable states, the two coupling elements are resistors and the other names, and then circuit diagram. Next, after circuit diagram, you have to write about description. In description, you have to write about, there are two identical transistors Q1 and Q2. RC1, RC2 are the collector resistances of corresponding transistors, and will be having R1, R2 resistances, and C1, C2 are commutating capacitors, which are used to speed up the process. Here R3 and R4 are resistances that are used to maintain balance in the circuit which are connected to VBB. Two input, set input and reset input that are connected at basis of Q1 and Q2. This is about description. Okay, the material is there, the same points is in the material. You have to go through with that. Okay, now see the working of bistable multivibrator. So in working of bistable multivibrator, like as in astable or like as in monostable, we have to assume this multivibrator is defaultly in any state. So since these are two stable states, okay, let stable state 1 be Q1 on, Q2 off, okay, and stable state 2 be Q2 on, Q1 off. These are stable state 1 and stable state 2. So now let assume that bistable multivibrator, our multivibrator is in stable state 1. So Q1 on, Q2 off. This is the default state. As this is stable state, we have to apply external input signal. Okay, so external input signal, what is the external input signal? That is set and reset. So we have to change this bistable multivibrator from this state to this state. That means by making on transistor into off condition and off transistor into on condition. So now to make that, there are two ways. As I said earlier, the two possibilities are increasing the positive voltage at base of on off transistor and decreasing the positive voltage. That means by giving negative pulse at the on transistor base. Okay, so I am adapting first way. Apply positive voltage at base 2. Okay, what will happen if you apply positive voltage at base 2? See here. Defaultly this is in off condition, this is in on condition. So if you apply positive voltage here, what will happen? Whenever voltage at base 2 is greater than cut-in voltage, Q2 transistor starts conducting. That means Q2 will be in on condition. So whenever Q2 is in on condition, what will happen? Voltage at collector 2 decreases because of on transistor. This voltage is connected to base of Q1 transistor. So as a result, VB1 decreases. Whenever VB1 is falls beyond V gamma, Q1 will be in off condition. Okay, therefore Q2 on, Q1 off, which is nothing but our stable state 2. Like this, by applying reset signal, we have made this. So if you apply set pulse, that means now off transistor is Q1. So what will happen? By applying positive voltage at base 1, whenever VB1 is greater than V gamma, Q1 will become on. Whenever Q1 will become on, voltage at collector 1 decreases. This leads to voltage at base 2 decreases. That means here, because of this crisscross connection, okay, decreases. Whenever VB2 less than V gamma, Q2 transistor will become off. That means Q1 off, Q1 on, Q2 off. Stable state 1. So what we have achieved, we have taken two possibilities. That means stable state 1 from stable state 1 to stable state 2 and from stable state 2 to stable state 1. This is the working of your bistable multi-vibrator. Okay. So let us see the applications and what are the waveforms that we will get in bistable multi-vibrator. The applications are, it is used as memory elements in shift registers, counters, as this is used as flip-flop, so it is used to store only one bit of memory, and it is used to generate square wave. It can be used as frequency divider also. These are the applications of your bistable multi-vibrator. So let us see the waveforms of bistable multi-vibrator. Here if you see, by default, let us say this is VC1. By default, the Q1 transistor is in on condition. That's what we assumed as stable state 1. If it is on condition, it will be at saturation level, low level. So this is Q1 on, Q2 off. So VC1 voltage is low. And next stable state is Q1 off, Q2 on. Like this it continues. Okay, this is VCC, this is VCE saturation level. Okay, so what about VC2 now? If Q1 is on, VC1 is low. At the same time Q2 is off, so VC2 will be at high. Like this, the ulta square wave will come here, the reversed square wave will come here. The same conditions, Q1 on and Q2 off, the voltage level will be VCC. Okay, by changing stable state, first stable state to second stable state, here the state is changing, so here the set pulse will occur. Okay, input 1, or else you can call it as VP1. Okay, so sorry, what we have taken from our circuit diagram. So from our circuit diagram, the pulse that is changing from stable state 1 to stable state 2 is reset. So this is reset signal. Okay, and here the state change from second stable stable state 2 to stable state 1. So here comes your VB2 and this will be VB1. This will be our set pulse. So these are the waveforms of your bistable multi-vibrator. Okay, this is all about bistable multi-vibrator. There will be no pulse width calculation, there will be no study of time, that how much time it stays in its quasi-stable state, because it doesn't have any quasi-stable state. There will be no estimation of capacitor charging and discharging times. And don't confuse, these capacitors are only to speed up the process. There is no other purpose for these capacitors in the operation. Okay.